Welcome to this presentation on practical rules for academic writing, which aims to support clear, coherent, and credible communication. Scholarly texts are guided by fundamental principles: clarity, cohesion, coherence, formality, precision and accuracy, grammar and syntax, referencing and attribution, punctuation and mechanics, and consistency of style, which form the framework for effective academic writing. Clarity concerns how meaning is expressed at sentence level. Vague formulations weaken meaning and should be replaced with precise ones. For example, "the issue was addressed" becomes "the ethical implications were discussed effectively." Wordiness should also be reduced, so "it is evident that this factor may be of importance" becomes "this factor may be important." Clarity is further improved by using concrete nouns and verbs, as in, time constraints affected the participant's performance, and by defining technical terms explicitly. For example, the data were normalized using z-scores for cross-group comparisons. Cohesion relates to how sentences connect to one another. Closely related ideas should be linked so that meaning flows smoothly. For instance, "the model was applied." "The predictions were inaccurate" can be connected as "the model was applied." However, "the predictions were inaccurate," or restructured as "the model was applied" to show that the predictions were unreliable. Repetition should be avoided by combining ideas, as in "the study tested memory and examined responses," and vague references such as "this showed improvement" should be clarified as "the testing showed improvement." Coherence operates at the paragraph level. Paragraphs should function as unified units of meaning. Instead of listing disconnected sentences such as "the survey asked about behaviors. Responses varied," a coherent formulation is that "the survey revealed inconsistent behavioral responses across participants." Logical organization is also essential. Presenting the theoretical framework before results supports comprehension, and combining related statements improves progression, as in "the significant findings highlight the need for further research." Taken together, these three principles show how meaning is built in academic writing. Clear sentences establish precise meaning, cohesion connects those sentences logically, and coherence ensures that the paragraph develops a single, unified idea. When these elements work together, academic texts become easier to follow and interpret accurately. Formality ensures an appropriate academic tone. Personal pronouns are generally avoided, so "I believe this study is effective" is replaced with "this study appears to be effective" or "the effectiveness of the study is evident." Contractions are avoided, so "do not" is preferred to "don't." Informal expressions such as "the results were a big deal" are replaced with "the results were highly significant" or "the findings were of considerable importance." Phrasal verbs are also replaced with single-word verbs, for example identified instead of pointed out. Precision and accuracy are essential when presenting claims. Overgeneralizations weaken credibility, so "yet many participants agreed" becomes "nevertheless, 92% of participants agreed." Claims must be supported by evidence, meaning "this method is the best" should be replaced with "this method achieved the highest accuracy rate among those tested." Overstatement is avoided through hedging, so "this proves the treatment works" becomes "these results suggest that the treatment may be effective." Grammar and syntax contribute directly to clarity. Active voice is generally preferred, as in "the team conducted the experiment" rather than "the experiment was conducted by the team." Sentence boundaries must be clear, so "the method was flawed, it needed revision" becomes "the method was flawed, so it required revision." Parallel structure should be maintained, for example, to test accuracy, improve reliability, and evaluate statistical significance. Together, these principles determine whether academic writing meets formal standards. Appropriate tone, carefully qualified claims, and controlled sentence structure contribute to credibility and professionalism. Without these elements, even well-organized ideas may fail to meet academic expectations. Referencing and attribution are central to academic integrity. General statements such as "studies show memory declines with age" should be replaced with cited formulations, for example "memory tends to decline with age, Smith, 2022, or according to Smith, 2022, memory performance decreases over time." Paraphrasing should involve genuine reformulation, as in "the findings revealed a clear distinction between the two groups," and signal phrases should attribute findings clearly, for example Lee, 2021. found a significant correlation between stress and performance. Punctuation and mechanics support clarity and precision. In lists, some style guides require the Oxford comma, as in age, gender, and education. Colons introduce explanations, so the results were clear. They showed improvement is preferable to using a comma. Semicolons separate complex list items, as in Paris, France, London, UK, and Berlin, Germany. Excessive parentheses should be avoided by integrating information into the sentence. Consistency of style is essential throughout an academic text. Language variety should not be mixed, so British spellings such as organisation, analysed, and colour should be used consistently. Terminology should remain stable, verb tense should not be mixed within the same context, formatting should be uniform, and citation style should be consistent, for example using the same format of parentheses throughout. Together, these principles shape meaning, tone, and academic reliability through clarity, coherence, formality, accuracy, and consistent use of grammar, referencing, and punctuation. Therefore, academic writing requires more than presenting facts. It applies established conventions to organize ideas logically, maintain a formal tone, and support arguments effectively, ensuring credibility and impact. Thank you for your attention and commitment to academic excellence. May clarity, cohesion, and precision guide your future academic work.